How do you understand who your authentic self is if you don't have a purpose of being able to
Right.
serve a greater number of people every single day? Right? So if you look at
Mhm.
why we're talking about the brain development, this goes back to caveman years of our fear center. And we're
Mhm.
conditioned to use and operate out of our most ancient part of our brain, first and
Yeah.
foremost. And that fight and flight response is a
Yeah.
part of ultimately the chemical balance of all these things that happen. So when you talk about living in that mentality, it's actually a wiring that is already cemented because of our habits and
Mm.
because of our inputs that we've received from interior ourselves and exterior other people telling us how we should think, feel, and be, what it was like to stand up for yourself. And if standing up for yourself meant that you fought because someone violated your pride, then all of a
Mhm.
sudden we see these stories out in the news where people pull guns on each other, start fighting over the smallest things. How do we start functioning out of our executive center? How do we start functioning out of our higher level brain? How do we actually learn and catch ourselves in the moment, feeling that fire,
Yeah.
feeling that heat, and being able to transition naturally? And it's something that develops over time with intentionality. I think that
100%.
concept of living intentional was always something that kind of was weird to me, because to me it was always normal and natural to be very like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to go move away from my family at 16 to focus on baseball and live with my grandma. Like that was 100%
Mhm.
intention. I had a reason, a goal, a purpose. And so
Yep.
now we go back to values and purpose. How do you understand who your authentic self is if you don't have a purpose of being able to
Right.
serve a greater number of people every single day?